everybody, and welcome to Hit the Books Season 4 premiere. I am your host, as always, Ryan Knightsey. If you don't know, I've been hosting this show since day 2, and I'm here to draft some god dang great superstars to Monday Night Raw. With me, as always, is the man of 1,000 nicknames. Currently, he's no longer the Taco Bell Kid, I guess, but currently he is the Spicy Nugget, Mikey Manfredi. Mikey, welcome to Season 4.
Where were you on episode 1?
I wasn't here. I was zoned out. I was you led the show by yourself. Don't look too far into it. Doesn't matter. We're at Season 4. That's Season 1, Ryan, Mikey. Get them out of here. Season 4 is here. The draft is upon us. I'm terrified and nervous, but I'm excited none the same. Mikey, how are you doing?
I'm very excited. I love a good shakeup, but also I'm terrified because I have a lot of wrestlers I really don't want to lose, but also a lot of wrestlers I want to gain. So I know I'm gonna have to make some sacrifices.
Yeah, it really feels like I feel like both of us don't want to lose certain wrestlers and don't want to lose certain stuff, but we're nervous. I'm very intrigued to how this draft is going to go. Very intrigued. But let's get into it. If you've never heard the show before, I think this is a great starting point. It is the draft. We've been booking our own versions of Raw and Smackdown for over 2 years now. And we are drafting not necessarily whole new rosters, because like we said, we don't know if we're going to be gunning for our own rosters or separately. We have no idea how this is going to pan out. It's always chaos when it does. But this is a great point to start out. So thank you for joining us. I am the helm. I'm Ryan. I'm helming Monday Night Raw. I've been doing this for the past year, and I'm excited to hopefully continue my storylines. Mikey, what are you doing?
I'm Mikey, and I'm helming SmackDown. I am the writer of SmackDown, and I've been doing that for the last year since season 3 started. And I'm very excited for this draft because I think it's about time for a shakeup, Ryan. I think we were starting to have the issues of like our roster starting to get a little stale. So I'm excited for this draft.
Yes. Let's certainly get into it. Just some notes right off the bat. We're gonna go right down the middle here. Ember Moon has gone to NXT officially, both in the real world and obviously same sort of thing. When Finn Balor left and went to NXT, he was our WWE champion at the time, so we couldn't really move him down. So instead, we moved Shinsuke down to NXT. This time, Ember Moon was available, so we realistically did that to have her send it back down to NXT. Other notes, we've dropped several people from the main rosters for obvious reasons. So they're not obviously not up for grabs in either the available roster list or the NXT call-up list, because speaking out, baby, get them out of here.
Out.
That's plain simple. In the real life, a lot of champions swapped brands and whatnot, and we've been noticing that also with every draft, champions have swapped brands. It's typically been mid-card titles, which has been fine, but you know, the Universal WWE Champion title traded last year. This year, the tag team titles have traded. I wouldn't be surprised if next year the women's title trades for whatever reason, same sort of thing. So we've decided that, hey, look, if you draft a champion, the other person must draft the other level champion. So, for example, currently in our universe, Sasha Banks is the SmackDown Women's Champion. Shayna Baszler is the Raw Women's Champion. If Mikey picks Shayna Baszler, picks the Raw Women's Champion to head on over to SmackDown, I am forced to then take Sasha Banks.
I like how you say forced to take Sasha Banks as if that's a bad thing.
Oh no, it's
like, oh no, Sasha Banks.
Oh, dang it.
Oh, dang it.
This can create interesting issues where, let's say, Mikey chooses someone off the list, but I guess I'll get to that part when we get to it. I actually haven't explained that part. I'm just getting the notes out of the way now. Moving right along to the notes, I'll get to that part later. But moving on to the notes, tag teams and factions have been separated by wrestler. You can still draft a tag team or a faction as a whole unit, But now you could also, because of a lot of the breakups that happened in the real WWE, we decided like, hey, you can draft factions and tag teams, or you can draft people separately. If you draft people separately, it all that does is take the whole faction and tag team off the board. You can still draft the tag partner to the same brand. It's just it opens up potential for split tag teams. So that should be interesting, Mikey.
Yeah.
Um, Rules of how the draft will work. Each turn for the round, Mikey and I will be able to pick one wrestler from the top 4 list right here. If you see on your screen right now on YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, we have a YouTube version that will have the whole screen about what we're looking at, so you can see the same thing. So you can draft the top 4. Last year was a top 3, but we extended it to top 4. Currently, top 4 is Drew McIntyre, SmackDown Women's Champion Sasha Banks, Raw Women's Champion Shayna Baszler, and Roman Reigns. If you do not want anyone from that top 4 list, you can pick anyone from the available roster list. However, if you do so on your next turn, you are forced to spin the wheel. Thank you, Mikey, for the air horns. Spin the wheel. It has the entire roster list here: tag teams, separated tag teams, champions, women's champions, women's roster, men's roster. Everyone. It's a giant list of 106 entries, so it should be very interesting. So yes, if you don't take anyone from the top 4, you can spin. You must be forced to spin the wheel on your next turn. When all wrestlers are picked, when our full available roster list here has been depleted, then Mikey and I will go back and forth and pick a male, female, and tag team from NXT to be called up to the main roster. And we have quite a list here, Mikey. So a very interesting list indeed. Those are the notes for the show. Those are the rules of the draft. Mikey, do you have any questions?
I think I got it.
Yeah, I think we're all set to go. We have a giant draft here in front of us. But before we get to the draft, Mikey, I just want to go through and talk about for our audience some sort of ideas, plans that you and I may have ourselves, sort of set the stakes here. So we have a little table here right in the middle that sort of talks about our sort of maybe our game plan, our hints to game plans for this draft. Mikey, we've written down a male, female, and tag team from the other brand that we would both want, and from our own brand that we are okay to lose. So would you like to go through, Mikey, and talk about which wrestlers that you are okay to lose?
So some wrestlers I'm okay to lose. We got Randy Orton on my list because I think personally I've done everything I wanted with Randy Orton. I put him in that awesome. I put him in that not to brag, but awesome storyline with Drew McIntyre for the Universal title. So I think I'm okay to lose Orton here because I feel like I got my use out of him. I know that sounds bad, but I think I did what I wanted with Orton, so I'm okay with that. I'm okay to lose Candice LeRae because I'm starting to not have anything to do with Candice LeRae. I'm starting to lose my ideas I had, and it's starting to get harder and harder to book Candice LeRae, and I'm not sure where she goes from where she is right now.
Mhm.
So I'm okay to move her on to Raw and see if Ryan can come up with anything. And I'm okay to lose Heavy Machinery because it's the same thing as Randy Orton. I did everything I wanted with Heavy Machinery, and now they're just kind of in this weird like void, and I don't know. I'd rather them go somewhere they'd be used.
That's fair. These are all fair points. Very similarly for me, okay to lose The Miz. The Miz used him for the Intercontinental title picture for a little bit, but after that, I was just like, I don't really got anything after the whole feud with John Morrison and Sheamus and all that stuff. I was just sort of like, I don't really have anything to do with Miz right now. I think he's still technically a face in our universe, so like, I think just need to like heal him up or do something because I just sort of don't know exactly what to do with the Miz at the moment, so I'm totally okay with to lose him. Carmella, also okay to lose. It's also interesting that she has a little bit of a repackage in the real world, so maybe moving to another brand or even getting drafted still on Raw, maybe it just follow into that new repackaging of Carmella. But I just haven't been able to come up with stuff because I've been using pretty much every single other person on my roster. The only people I wasn't using on my roster on a regular basis was Carmella and Natalia for the women's division. So Carmella just is someone that fell to the wayside there, and I love Carmella as a wrestler, but I just have no ideas exactly what to do with her at the moment. And then I think it maybe in a surprising turn, the New Day, a team that was on the freaking pay per view at Hell in a Cell last at the end of season 3, is a team I'm okay to lose. Similarly, I feel like I have more ideas with other tag teams. I just don't have any huge ideas with New Day. I love the New Day because, Mikey, as you know, I love using 6-man tag teams. So the New Day obviously fits that bill, but I just sort of like I don't exactly know what to do with the New Day. They're not necessarily in my title picture right now moving forward. So then I have to do, something else with them, but I like to build up other people. I have other ideas for cooler people. So it's just a matter of I just don't really have great ideas for the New Day at the moment.
Yeah, fair enough.
SmackDown. We have a list of people that you would like to take from Raw. Mikey, who are some of those people for you?
Some of the people I want to take from Raw, we got AJ Styles. I think I have some good plans for AJ Styles, and I would want another big name coming to SmackDown to amp up the hype of SmackDown. And I think AJ Styles is that big name. I think, and also I feel like AJ Styles just belongs on the blue brand, you know?
How dare you?
We also got Rhea Ripley because I need a little bit of a shakeup in my women's division, and I
How
think Rhea
dare
Ripley
you?
can come in. I think Rhea Ripley can come in and make a meteor impact over on my women's division, and I think it'd be a good shakeup. And also, I want the Viking Raiders because if I'm getting rid of Heavy Machinery, I'm gonna need another big boy tag team, and I think the Viking Raiders are perfect.
I think AJ Styles, Viking Raiders. Viking Raiders definitely makes sense. AJ Styles, I would be sad to see him go, but I would be relatively okay if I lost him. I wouldn't be wholly upset, but I do have also ideas. If you take Rhea Ripley, I'm going to be so mad.
I know you have big plans for Rhea over there,
Part of me just wants to take Rhea off the top, but at the same point, like
but it's the draft, baby.
yeah, it's the draft. She is not on this list until where even is Rhea Ripley? She is number 69 on the list of
Nice.
106. She's very low on the board here, so I have time to wait. Part of me just wants to shoot down and grab her before I lose her. That terrifies me. Some people that I were looking to gun for over on Raw or to bring over to Raw, Drew McIntyre, former Universal Champion, bring him over to Raw. I think would be cool. Get some main event action against him and Keith Lee. I think could be interesting. And also, I think Drew McIntyre in our world has been on SmackDown for 2 years now. For quite a while now. So I think bringing him over to Raw would be a nice change of venue for him.
Mhm.
And maybe, I'm not saying a gimmick repackage, but something to freshen him up at the very least could be good for
Fair
him.
enough.
That's me more thinking about less about, I have ideas for McIntyre, more what do I want to do with Drew McIntyre?
For me, I didn't put McIntyre wasn't on my okay to lose list because like I kind of still want McIntyre, but also I feel like I wouldn't be incredibly upset if you got McIntyre. You know what I mean?
It's like the AJ
It's like
Styles thing for
it's
me.
like I don't want to lose McIntyre, but like it also wouldn't be devastating.
Similarly, I would like to take Asuka over to Raw. The reason I picked Asuka is because I think one thing I lacked, and it's because of how the year went. With Becky Lynch getting pregnant, I lost. Becky Lynch was going to be my like hold for the division, my rock for the division, and build around her. But because she was pregnant, I sort of lost that. That fell out, and I was like, oh, I need something. I think Asuka would be a good thing for that. Having Shayna Baszler versus Asuka could be very interesting. Or of course, Sasha Banks Asuka could also be very interesting. I think Asuka could help build up a lot of the stars. Maybe Asuka Rhea Ripley could also be interesting. So I think there's stuff in there that could be fun to have Asuka there for. A tag team I really want. I really wanted them last season. Didn't get them. Was very upset about it. Gunning them for again this season. One Nation. Really love this team of Apollo Crews and Akira
Ooh.
Tozawa. I would love to get them over to Raw. I have ideas for them. Um, baby, I just want to see if I can nab them.
You want that one niche,
I
baby.
want that One Nation, baby. One Nation
Everyone loves
for
one niche.
life. I just love One Nation. Let's make them a faction. Let's grow this nation.
Ooh.
That's not necessarily an idea of mine. It's an idea I just had just now. Okay, but with all that out of the way, all those pleasantries out of the way, like we said, it is time to draft, and then like a draft. Sort of.
Draft.
I hope I don't blow up my audio here. We're gonna draft the duel here. Like we said, every single turn, Mikey and I will choose either a wrestler from the top 4 list or anyone off the available roster. After the available roster, anyone else per list thing, you have to spin from the wheel. With all that being said, Mikey, I won season 3 pretty handily. Because of my win, I was able to get the number 1 draft pick. But
You didn't need to add in pretty handily.
yeah. But because I really wanted Sonya Deville, I freely gave up because because at that point in time we kind of suspected and knew that I was probably going to win just based on the numbers.
Mhm.
Um, I gave up the number 1 draft pick of for Sonya Deville. So was that a good move? Hindsight, maybe not. I don't know. All I know is
Maybe not.
Mikey, it is the draft time. You have the number 1 pick. You can pick literally anyone on the entire roster to come over to SmackDown. Who do you want?
Okay, this is a big choice here. I think my number 1 draft pick is gonna be Sasha Banks. I want to keep my women's champion. I have my ideas for Sasha. I want Sasha on SmackDown still. So I'm gonna keep Sasha.
Okay. Well, you want to move her over to your roster? I'll let you do that. Sasha Banks is moving to SmackDown. Um,
Yeah.
I am. It's okay. What that means is I immediately have to take Shayna Baszler.
Okay.
I just go right ahead because that means I'm immediately taking Shayna Baszler. Um,
Yeah, that's fair. Uh, but
and then let me re-up this stuff here. Top 4 is now McIntyre, Reigns, Balor, and Owens. Mikey, I am upset that you took Banks right off the bat because I will admit I was going to take Banks.
I know. You were. I had a feeling you might have. So
My number 1 pick. My number 1 pick was going to be Sasha Banks. 100%.
I had a feeling.
100%. I am so upset by
Read you
that.
like a book.
But moving right along, top 4, Mikey, it is your pick. Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, or Kevin Owens?
I'm going to take the blue brand, the blue brand boss. I'm taking Kevin Owens.
I was going to say, the blue brand boss is obviously Sasha Banks here, sir.
The blue brand bro. No. Nah, I'm cutting that out.
Kevin Owens going over to SmackDown. Moving right along here. My next pick, my first time I get to choose, and I'm going to take Drew McIntyre. First brand switch here. Drew McIntyre heading over to Raw.
Drew Max on Raw. All right.
Drew Max on Raw officially.
Raw for sure.
Yes. Your turn. It is now SmackDown's turn.
All right. Let's see. Who do I want to take here?
Top 4: Reigns, Balor, Orton, or Flair.
I think I'm gonna go with Charlotte Flair.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
I'll let you move her over there because I don't know exactly where. I'll let you move your roster people over to your side. Just
Yep. You say that as if I know where they're going right now. Oh shit! Hold on. Sorry, I'm like inept at this. There we go.
Okay, now my turn. Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, Randy Orton, Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly, I could take Undisputed Era's Kyle O'Reilly, which would be devastating. He's also one half of the tag team champions. That could be devastating.
would be very devastating.
But let's see. Let me
Are you gonna
look. Let me look down the roster here. I'm thinking about going down the roster here. Um, who would I want to take that I really would like to take or like to maintain, I guess I should say.
Who do I want to take that I want to take?
Who do I want to take that I want to take? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, man, I get it.
Really, this is. I can just go for One Nation right off the bat here.
Ooh, you could do it. You can get that pickup.
I honestly don't. I really don't know who to pick right now because I don't. Top four is great, but I honestly don't know if I. I wonder. I'm thinking to myself, I should maybe pick someone else that's not in the top four to try to secure some people. But who is that? That is the question here.
Very intense here, folks. Let's see what Ryan chooses to do.
Yes, I'm really thinking hard. I'm gonna screw it. One Nation are mine.
Ooh, big moves from Ryan going right off the bat, taking One Nation.
Oh, deep in the available roster, One Nation I've taken and moved to Raw. That means I will be forced to spin the wheel next turn. Mikey, it is your turn. Top four still Reigns, Balor, Orton, O'Reilly.
All right, my next pick. After you've put the fear in my heart of Kyle O'Reilly being in the top four, I'm just gonna take Undisputed Era. I'm taking all of them.
Oh my God.
The boys are coming back to SmackDown.
Boys are staying. Mikey, this is your fourth pick that is just the SmackDown roster.
The boys are staying on SmackDown. I know. I haven't. I need to figure out people. I need to figure out more people I'm interested in. You know.
That also means that the SmackDown Tag Team Champions have stayed and over on SmackDown as well. So good for them there. I'm just gonna have to adjust some things here. We got rid of that.
Ryan, I did pick the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, so you know what that means.
Yes. After I spin the wheel, I am forced to take the Raw Tag Team Champions, which is okay, obviously, because the Raw Tag Team Champions are Edge and Daniel Bryan. Those are some solid people there.
I'm forced to take Edge and Daniel Bryan.
Oh no! Oh no! What am I to do? But I just want to make sure that all this list here is good to go. I believe it is, but I just want to double check. I'll move right there. Let me update the wheel here. We've gone from 106 names, 106 entries rather, all the way to 94 entries. Mikey, I'm going to spin the wheel.
Spinning that wheel?
Make that deal. Here we go. Spinning the wheel.
Deal.
The wheel
has spoken.
Ooh, Peyton Royce.
Peyton Royce, the Iconics.
One half of the Iconics.
Half of the Iconics.
The Iconics are
splitting them up.
Possibly being split here.
Oh no.
Peyton Royce. I believe the Iconics are heels in our universe. Currently, I'm not entirely positive. I think they are. One half of the Iconics has been taken. That means you can no longer get the Iconic tag team. If I want to keep the Iconics as a tag team, I would have to take Billy Kay here. But of course, Billy Kay is still up for grabs. Mikey, it is your turn.
All right, let's see who I want to pick here. Do I want to shake it up or do I want to keep my SmackDown roster consistent?
I guess technically I should remove Edge and Daniel Bryan off this list since I will be forced to take them.
Let's see.
The draft is there's already been a lot of shakeups already. While you're thinking, Mikey, I'll highlight here. So far on Raw, we have Drew McIntyre, or in order, I guess, Shayna Baszler, Drew McIntyre, One Nation, and then Peyton Royce. On SmackDown, we have Sasha Banks, Kevin Owens, Charlotte Flair, and Cole, Strong, O'Reilly, and Fish. the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and also the faction known as Undisputed Era.
Very interesting here. Let's see what we got.
Only one member of the old Raw roster has been drafted.
Very interesting. And that was because you had to do it.
Yes, and that's because I was forced to do it, which is very interesting to me. Raw and SmackDown are going to look very different already.
All right. I'm going to take.
He's not sure.
This might be a bold pick here.
Okay.
I don't know how upset you're going to be.
Okay.
I think I'm going to go with Seth Rollins.
Just Seth Rollins?
Just Seth Rollins.
Oh, that's a bold pick, my dude. Oh, man. Oh, man. I'll be honest, that slightly upsetting. I was hoping. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Dang.
Seth Rollins changing brands over to SmackDown.
That is true. Seth Rollins moving over to SmackDown. That means Rollins and the Disciples as a faction are no longer available. You can still get the Disciples themselves, Murphy and Mastiff, as a tag team, but the faction as a whole cannot be chosen. You picked Undisputed Era, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, which means this turn I am forced to take Edge and Daniel Bryan, the Raw Tag Team Champions.
Again, forced to take strong words.
That is true. This is true. I was considering taking Undisputed Era, but alas, they were chosen. So, Mikey, is your turn. Top 4: Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, Randy Orton, and Kofi Kingston.
All right. I
think my mistake. Seth Rollins wasn't on the top 4.
I have to roll the wheel. Yes,
you have to spin the wheel. I almost forgot.
You're correct.
I almost forgot, sir. So let me boot that wheel up for you. Let me do the ye old copy and paste here.
Spin ye old wheel.
Mikey, you ready to see this wheel in action? Here we go.
Let's get it. Asuka.
That's a great wheel. That's a great wheel spin for you.
Very good wheel for me.
That is a very good wheel for you.
I get Asuka back.
Wow.
Over on SmackDown.
Honestly, I'm upset. I am mad.
I know. You really wanted Asuka. The wheel said no. The randomizer's cousin said no.
I need to pick. Okay, so it's my turn.
Yes, it is.
I think I can pick whoever. Or whomever? I think it's whomever, maybe. I need, admittedly, to pick someone that can be a rock in this women's division. Because you took Banks, you took Flair, you took Asuka. That's 3 rocks right off the bat. I need a female wrestler here that...
Did you take Dwayne Johnson? He's a rock.
No, I have not. He's not eligible. For some reason, he's not eligible. Oh man, this is frustrating. I don't know who to take here. And they're not the greatest of rocks, admittedly, but I'm going to do it. I'm taking Rhea Ripley.
All right, you stole it right from my most wanted list.
Yes, I stole it off your most wanted list. I also had plans for her, so I don't want to lose her and Asuka and all this other stuff. Rhea Ripley, Baszler is also a great match option, but I need to take somebody here.
That's fair.
Because I'm starting to lose women's roster members here. Mikey, is your pick. Right, top 4 is Reigns, Balor, Orton, Kingston still. Of course, you can take whoever.
I think I'm going to take Finn Balor.
Oh, a solid choice. A solid choice here. Why'd you take Finn Balor?
I took Finn Balor because it's that thing with the rocks, right? Like Finn Balor is a good anchor point here on SmackDown, and I had that storyline of him coming back and him with Drew McIntyre. And now that Drew McIntyre's over on Raw, I think I could build out Finn Balor's character more, because he doesn't have to be tied to that McIntyre storyline, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like I can expand what I could do with Finn Balor.
I should say, and I didn't state this at the top of the show, but the reason the wrestlers in this category have all been listed is because that is their ranking in our entire roster set. So the reason that people are lined up this way is because that is how they've been ranked based on win-loss records, quality of wins, pay-per-view, where they're placed on pay-per-view cards, all the certain different stuff, all these sort of things. We have the top 10 every single time on our website, countout.com, countoutpod.com.
Countdownpod.
Which
Countdownpod.com.
we'll
Yeah.
talk about more later. But moving right along, I picked Rhea Ripley, which was not on the top 4, which means I have to spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel.
Here we go. Who will I get? Oh, Eric, one half of the Viking Raiders.
Ah, dang.
That is an interesting pick here. Eric, one half of the Viking Raiders. Viking Raiders are now officially off the board. Ivar is still here and still available to be taken, obviously. But that it could potential Viking Raiders breakup, which would be very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Mikey, your move.
All right. I think. Wow, this is tough already, huh?
Yeah, for some reason this year feels tougher, and I think it's because we have like when we split from in season 3 when we made Raw as well. It felt kind of a start because it was the first time I was going to be booking Raw. But now we get to the point of like, oh, we're doing storylines that we like and all this other stuff, and now we're like, I don't want to lose some people now.
Yeah.
I feel like there's more defensiveness at play here.
All right, I think I've decided. I'm going to go a little bit off the top 4, and I'm going to take AJ Styles. I'm going to do it.
Oh, that's a good move. I would say that's a good move. Again, like I said in the top, I am upset that AJ Styles has been taken, but I would agree that that's a solid move. And putting him in the face.
I'm going to go with AJ Styles. I'm just putting him wherever.
That's fair.
I'll organize them later.
That's fair. I'm taking Keith Lee right off the top 4 here.
That means my next pick has to be Sami Zayn. Well, my next pick is the wheel, and then it has to be Sami Zayn.
This is correct. Taking Keith Lee, obvious reasons. He's the goddamn champion. I have plenty of plans for Keith Lee. I want to obviously continue all of the storylines here. So there we go. Mikey, time for that wheel spin.
Let's see what we got.
Very nerve-wracking.
Yeah, right? It's just watching it go. Ooh, Angelo Dawkins, one half of the Street Profits.
Oh man, that was terrifying.
Ooh, almost got Aleister Black.
That was terrifying. Oh my god.
All right, so I get one half of the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins.
Yes. Montez Ford is obviously still available.
Yes. The Street Profits are not.
I'll pull Angelo Dawkins for you because he's all the way at the bottom here. There you go, Angelo Dawkins. My turn. I took Keith Lee, right, last time. Top 4 is Reigns, Orton, Kingston, and Jax. One half the tag team champions, Nia Jax. Oh boy. Same sort of situation. Who do I want to take here? I basically have 2 free picks here, right?
Yeah, because I need to pick Sami Zayn, and then I need to spin the wheel because Sami Zayn's not on the top 4.
Oh, you're right. I have. Well, in a way, then I have like three picks. Did we do that? Did we do that for Shayna Baszler? Did we do that for Edge and Dana Bryan? Yeah, because they were in the top 4. Yeah, you're gonna have to hit that. I think because I have a pick here, then you pick Sammy. I have another pick. You pick the wheel. I have another pick.
Yep.
In a way, I have 3 solid picks here. The wheel is the only thing that terrifies me.
You have 3 uncontested picks, basically.
Oh man, who do I get? Who do I want to get? That's the ultimate question here.
Unless somehow Sami Zayn makes his way from 9 to 4 in those picks.
True. This is true. Let's see. Anyone for the top four? Roman Reigns. He's been on the top four since the beginning. Hasn't been picked. Neither of us want him right now. I could use Roman. I don't have a heel here, so I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna take Roman.
All right.
It's in uncontested picks here, but I think
Fair enough.
Roman is fair for there. Mikey, your turn. Sami Zayn, right?
Sami Zayn, got to do it.
I mean, I'll move
My
him over.
champ.
I'll move him over for you. I know for a fact that that's
Got to
happening.
do it as if it's a bad thing again. Glad I have Sami Zayn. Glad I have my Universal Champion back.
My turn. Top four are Orton, Kingston, Jax, and Cesaro. One half the LLC. Oh man. What should I pick here? I'm thinking. I don't want to do a wheel spin because I have an idea of what to do. But so I kind of have I feel like I kind of free reign to pick anyone with top four here. So maybe I'm going to take. Maybe I'll take.
You okay over there?
I'm just deflating this balloon. Poof. I will take Randy Orton.
Okay.
I'm gonna take Randy
All right.
Orton.
One of my okay blues people.
I'm not the most happy with the Randy Orton pick, but I want other things, so I'm going to take Randy Orton on the chin here. Mikey, because Sami Zayn was now in the top four, you have to spin the wheel. You ready?
Yes, I am.
I really hope that this wheel spin doesn't ruin my potential moves. Let's see how it happens. Ooh, the Usos.
The Usos. All right.
A solid pick here. I think that's I think that's a very solid here. Usos.
I like the new tag. Get a new tag division here over on SmackDown. I love it.
Yeah. I think that's a good move. That's a good move. Good move. I'm 100% okay with losing the Usos. Plus, also storyline wise, that means Roman has stayed in Raw. Usos have moved to SmackDown after what happened at Hell in a Cell.
Makes sense.
Yeah, very interesting move here, storyline wise. I'm taking Tommaso Ciampa.
You know what's funny? I was gonna take Sheamus next.
Interesting. Maybe I should not have done that then.
It works out.
Oh man. Maybe I screwed that up. That's fine. Mikey, you said you're taking Sheamus.
Well, now I have to.
That's true. That is true.
Either way, I was taking Sheamus next.
This is true.
I guess we were both looking for a shakeup in the mid card title.
This is true. These are all facts.
So the Intercontinental Champion and the United States Champion have now swithed brands.
This is true. And also because I took Ciampa, I have to spin that wheel. Oh
Funny
boy!
For me, Sheamus was just in the top four.
I know. Maybe it was not a good idea for me to do that. Let's see who I get. No. That's fine. I'll take him. Oni Lorcan. Oni Lorcan.
His tag team partner is injured right now. He's in the free agents list. So Oni Lorcan's a good singles competitor, I think.
I agree. I put him in the mid card a little bit, undercard a little bit.
And over on SmackDown, he did have a little bit of feud with Tommaso Ciampa. So
yeah, this is true. Keep that storyline moving.
Keep going after that United States title.
This is true. Mikey, your turn. Top four is Kingston, Jax, Cesaro, and Mastiff.
You know what? Let's bring the disciples over to SmackDown. Dave Mastiff is coming over.
Oh, Dave Mastiff.
Get another disciple over on SmackDown.
Yes, Dave Mastiff. Murphy is still available, but why? The question becomes: do I split up the Rollins faction? That's my question here. It's my turn. I'm going to pick Bayley.
Fair enough.
I was fearful that she was to be taken, but she is someone that needs to be that sort of rock here in the women's division.
Completely agree.
She wasn't the rock that I was gunning for, but all three of them were taken. So gonna go with the Four Horsemen and Bayley.
All right.
And then maybe hopefully get Becky Lynch after her pregnancy, because that will probably happen in the next season. So we'll see what happens there. Mikey, it is your turn. Top four: Kingston, Jax, Kira Tozawa should not be on here because One Nation have been taken. It is Kingston, Jax, Cesaro, or the tag team of Lashley and Cesaro?
Interesting.
Yes, a very
Cesaro's on the
interesting.
top 4 twice.
Yes, he is. These are true statements and true facts.
I am actually going to go with number 9 on the list, Piper Niven.
Oh, Piper Niven. Why are you taking Piper Niven?
I need more women. And also, I really like Piper Niven on SmackDown.
That's fair. I'm gonna grab right. Bailey was in the top 4, correct?
Yes, Bailey
So
was in the top 4, so you can pick anybody you want.
I'm taking LLC.
Fair enough.
I'm taking LLC. I love what I've been doing with LLC. I love them as a group. I think they'd be very interesting. I like the possible dynamic of LLC One Nation. There's something about that is very interesting to me. So I'm happy to bring them over to, or let them stay on Raw. Mikey, it is your turn. You picked number 9, so that means you have to hit the wheel.
Yes, I do.
Oh man, how are you feeling so far? Get a little update on the draft here.
I'm liking who I got so far. Some good shakeups here with Rollins, Styles, the Intercontinental Champion Sheamus coming over. SmackDown's got some new faces. I'm liking it. SmackDown's got some old faces, and Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, Asuka, Charlotte Flair. Our champion Sasha Banks stayed over on SmackDown. I think it's good right now. It's a good mix of people who are staying and people who are coming over.
Agreed. Spinning that wheel for you.
Yep.
Let's see who you nab over at SmackDown.
Rey Mysterio.
Another solid pick. Another solid pick. Also in the top 4, so kind of a sucky pick in my opinion for the wheel.
Kind of a bummer, but also it's fine. I mean, I like Rey Mysterio. I like having Rey Mysterio over on SmackDown. It makes sense. He's staying on the blue brand.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Who did I pick last time? I picked the LLC, who were in the top 4. I'm gonna take Aleister Black.
Yeah, I figured that was coming.
I was very nervous of losing him. I like what I've been doing with Aleister Black as well. I think some interesting moments here and just continue a little bit of the storyline. I've kept the Roman, Keith Lee, Aleister Black sort of storyline here.
Indeed.
So that is good. Good, I guess, on my part. I don't know. Mikey, it is your turn. Top 4 is Kingston, Jax, Strowman, and The Miz.
Mm-hmm.
Kingston has been on the board for quite a while, but I can already see that the New Day are about to pop up in the top 4. So
nobody wants to break up the New Day.
No one wants to break up the New Day, but also it's just like
neither of us want to do it.
No, yeah.
I think I'm going to take The Miz.
Okay, taking The Miz. Why are you taking The Miz?
Like good heel. I could well right now he's face, but I could turn him heel. Miz could be a good heel in the division. I think he's a good challenge. He can keep going after Sheamus. He can get that Intercontinental title back, or he can start going after some other people over on SmackDown. We can get him in some new feuds. The dynamic with him and Kevin Owens could be great together. Both of their own, trying to see who gets their talk show on SmackDown.
Ooh, that's a talk show off between Miz and Kevin Owens.
It's like they're gonna have a match and the winner gets to have their talk show on SmackDown. It's like the KO show versus Miz TV.
That's interesting. I like that idea. I'm gonna take someone off top 4, Ricochet.
Yep, fair enough.
Ricochet moving over or staying on Raw. Same sort of thing with like Aleister Black and everything. I like what I'm doing with these guys.
Ryan, just like you said, you're in the top 4, taking the New Day.
Yep, not a huge surprise here. I wholly expected you to take the New Day here. Maybe am I surprised it took this long? Maybe.
Well, yeah, I guess that's fair.
But hey, at a certain point, it became that they were there.
It's a safe pick,
Yeah, at a certain point, but also it was like we were picking everybody else. The New Day were just climbing up the ladder here, so it was like, well, I'm not going to take Kofi or anything. I'll just take the New Day. Top 4 is Nia Jax, Braun Strowman, Shelton Benjamin, and Alexa Bliss. Who do I pick here? Need some more women's wrestlers, need some more tag team wrestlers, and potentially some more heels as well. But looking at the tag team here, I need some faces. That's the problem. Need some faces. Um, let's see. You know what? I'll take some tag team faces.
Okay.
Mustafa Ali and Cedric Alexander.
You're taking the 205 guys?
The 205 guys are coming over to Raw, and I like that a lot.
I just put them together.
I know you just put them together. But now I can put them with Ricochet.
Cedric Alexander coming to SmackDown and leaving SmackDown in like a month's time.
Yep, Cedric Alexander is moving all over the place. He's the Mustafa Ali of, which is very ironic. So there we go. Mustafa Ali. That he was deep in the thing, so that means I'm gonna have to spin the wheel next time.
Yep.
Mikey, top four, still the same. Who you picking?
I'm gonna take one also a little bit deep here on the list. I'm gonna take Bliss Cross.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I'm not surprised by that, really. I think that's a solid, smart move. Um, man, dang it. I was really hoping to pick them up, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not like hugely surprised by that.
Mhm.
I really wish I would have been able to keep them here. Wheel spinning time. That's what we got to do here. Spin that wheel, seal the deal, see who we're getting over to Monday Night Real. Nothing rhyme here. Nothing rhyme here. Whew, boy.
Oh, I can actually see the names on the wheel now.
Yeah, the wheel's so small. Oh,
Uh,
Tucker.
of Heavy Machinery. One
Yes.
half of Heavy Machinery.
I'm taking my cat over to Monday Night Raw. Tucker. Tucker over the
We got
Raw.
one half of the Street Profits on SmackDown and one half of Heavy Machinery on Raw.
Yeah, it's very interesting here. Very interesting what's happened so far. I guess like yeah, I could combine and because I have Eric so far and Tucker. Well, you have
We're gonna each get the other. Like you're gonna get Montez Ford and I'm gonna get Otis, and then we're gonna put them together.
yes, new tag teams here.
They're both gonna be new tag teams, and they're both gonna be like Street Machinery or something.
Exactly. Who you taking?
All right.
Oh, you have to spin the wheel, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well let's see. Let me get this wheel for ya. Boop 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 boop. Let's see. Who do we got over the SmackDown?
Morrison and Andrade over to SmackDown.
Oh man.
Big tag teams here.
That was my next pick.
I know. I had a feeling it might have been
Oh man.
rough.
Oh man, dude. Dang it. Dang it. Dang.
Well, I mean, you have a pretty safe pick in the top four here, at least. I think I have a feeling who I know you're going with next year.
God dang it. Jesus. Who am I picking in the top four? Top four: Nia Jax, Strowman, Benjamin, and Deville.
Mm-hmm.
Dang it! I'm reeling. I'm gonna take Sonya.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Not a huge surprise, really. Gonna take Sonya. God dang it! I really wanted Morrison Andrade. Damn it. Okay, Mikey, top four: Nia Jax, Strowman, Benjamin, Samoa Joe.
I'm gonna snag Joe.
Okay, makes sense. Makes sense.
Accidentally hit Shelton Benjamin by accident.
That's fine. Hey, you want to take Shelton Benjamin off your hands? No worries.
Yeah. It looks like I'm gonna start needing some more faces over here on SmackDown.
I'm going to take Nia Jax and Tamina.
Fair enough.
A lot more heels now, but you know, that's maybe I'll get some more faces here. Where the heck is Tamina? Where the hell is she? There you are, Tamina. Um,
Also,
and
don't take John Morrison off the list.
mm-hmm. Oh yeah, John Morrison as well. Whoopsie doodles. Okay, there we go. Top four. Very interestingly, Braun Strowman, Shelton Benjamin, Ivar, and Billy Kay.
Hmm.
Interesting. This is an interesting one, honestly. It's a
I'm
very interesting move here. If you want to take anyone off top four,
gonna take number one on this list right now, Braun.
really?
Yes. I think
Wow.
I can make. I think he's a good tweener. I can make him a face. I can make him a heel if I want. He's very versatile in what he can do. Sure, his writing's a little boring because you know it's hard writing for Braun Strowman, but he can, like I said, he can be that good monster heel. He can be that like lovable face. So I'm okay with either. And right now I need faces, and I think Braun Strowman could fill the role.
Okay. Well then, I am going to take the obvious move here is Ivar. Top four is Benjamin, Ivar, Billy Kay, Murphy. The obvious moves here are Ivar because I have one half with
You do have
Eric.
Eric. That's true.
I also could take Billy Kay to get the iconic since I also have Peyton Royce.
We each have one half of a few tag teams.
Yes. But I am going to take Murphy.
Ooh, splitting up this, taking the third disciple.
Yes. This is what happens when you take individuals is I'm going to take Murphy then.
Very interesting. Taking the third disciple right off the list. Okay.
Yes. I
Okay.
think I could do something interesting with him and I think there's some interesting moves that could be played.
All right. Works for me.
So I'm interested in them. Okay, top four: Shelton Benjamin, Ivar, Billy Kay, and Natalia.
Hmm.
It's tough. The same thing that happened in season 3 is that deep drafting gets very difficult. I feel because it's
Mhm.
really tough to figure out who you're going to pick, who you're going to take, who you're going to call. None other than Ghostbusters. What's your
Hmm.
thought process? What are you thinking?
I'm looking at my my list here, and I'm looking like I need maybe like a couple more men's faces to balance it out, a couple more women's heels. My tag teams are looking pretty good right now, so I'm not really worried about that front.
Well,
But I got
really, I
so I
guess
got
it's
New Day,
this.
I got Undisputed Era, I got Morrison and Andrade. Like I got some pretty good tag teams here.
Yeah, I need some more faces in my women's division. I know.
Hmm. I really like don't know right now.
Yeah, yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one.
This is like now I'm currently like in the stage of like picking which direction I want to go with SmackDown.
Hmm.
Like, do I want to make SmackDown the tag team brand? Do I want to make it the women's brand? Like, hmm.
That's a
Like, do I
tough
want to make
call.
it a tag team focused brand?
Yeah,
Like, I feel like last season for me was a very like
women's heavy.
was a very women's focused a very women's focused brand,
Hmm.
which not I'm not opposed to doing again if I can get the right names, but it's like, what direction do I want to go here? You know, like, do I start taking more tag teams? Do I start taking more women? Do I start taking more just faces here? It's like hard. Um, hmm. I think I'm gonna pick Carmella.
Ooh, go deep with Carmella.
Yes, yeah, I'm gonna go Carmella.
Okay, why is that? If you,
She could be a good heel. She could be. It's that versatility. You know,
that's fair.
could be a good face. Could be a good heel. Right now, she's probably gonna be a heel because I need the balance. But also, if I need her to be, she could switch right over to face in the snap of a finger. You know.
I am going to pick up Ivar, which
Ah, get the
means
Viking Raiders back.
the Viking Raiders are together. They have maintained. That is it. I have 5 tag teams already. Still pretty solid.
Yes.
Available roster top 4 right now, Mikey. You went deep with Carmella, so it doesn't matter. Actually,
I
you're
need a wheel
picking.
spin.
You're getting a wheel spin. Not a lot of picks left. 31 people available on the wheel. So very interesting potentiality here. Still some tags teams, still some separated people. Very interested to see who we get. Let's see what happens. Yeah,
Bo
baby.
Dallas.
Yeah, baby.
Do you believe in the wheel, right? Do I believe in the wheel?
Bo
All
Dallas,
right. Bo Dallas coming to SmackDown.
the last draft pick. Bo Dallas moved to
Almost got Dolph
SmackDown.
Ziggler there.
You almost did. Almost got Dolph Ziggler. Dolphy
But I
Z.
got Bo Dallas over on SmackDown. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think if I could snag a couple of names like R-Truth and maybe a Drake Maverick, I can have a good like little comedy trio there with three of them.
Hmm. That's true.
Uh,
That could be fun.
or I could just like Uber push Bo Dallas.
Yeah, Sami Zayn versus Bo Dallas for the title. NXT Golden Days, baby.
Strap a rocket to him, baby. Let's go.
NXT Golden Days. Who am I picking up here? I'm gonna go. Not necessarily. Ooh, should I? If I pick this person, yes, I have to. I'm gonna take Candice LeRae.
Ooh, big moves.
Well, my thought was if I pick anyone in the top 4, if I pick someone that's below Candice LeRae who would be available roster, I would have to hit the wheel, just like hitting Candice LeRae, and that means Candice LeRae could move up into the top 4. You could just take her.
Mhm.
If I take anyone above that, like I was thinking Shelton Benjamin maybe, or maybe Bray Wyatt the Fiend. But if I do that, then Candice LeRae definitely moves in the top 4, and I need more women's faces.
I think Shelton Benjamin could be not to say I don't want Shelton Benjamin, but I think Shelton Benjamin could be a good person to either go with LLC or One Nation.
True, I agree on that front.
Be a
I
very
agree.
interesting addition there.
Agreed.
I will say I was expecting you to take Shelton Benjamin earlier than like I was expecting you to take Shelton Benjamin at some point.
If I
And I'm
take if
surprised
I
you
take
have
Shelton
not yet.
Benjamin, if I take Shelton Benjamin, I would have all members of the Hurt Business, except MVP.
Well,
Actually, I don't have MVP yet. Is he on this board? Where is he?
somewhere.
Is he on this board? Hold on. No, he's not. MVP's not on this board. Why is he not on the board? Did I screw up something? I'll look into that later. Well then MVP he's just gonna be right down here. Well, that's probably not fair to MVP. So actually I'll make him number
You want to just take a second here and like
No,
figure it out?
no, it's fine. I'll put MVP as next person. So the top 4 is still the same. Benjamin, Kay, Natalia, Bray Wyatt. MVP would just be the next person to go up on the top 4.
Okay.
Sorry, MVP. I thought I don't know why that wasn't there.
Hey, there's a lot of names on this list. Some are gonna slip through the cracks. It's fine, right?
I guess that might be fair. Mikey, your pick.
Whew, my pick.
But you picked Carmella and then you got Bo Dallas. So yes, it's your turn. Top 4: Benjamin, Kay, Natalia, Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt being up there still is very interesting.
He's low. He's surprisingly low in our roster rankings.
The thing is, I would love to take a Bray Wyatt, but I don't
You're
really
nervous
want
about all those heels.
all those heels. Yeah, it's
Because one of those
starting-
faces
it's
are like
starting to get pretty long.
one of those faces is a half of a tag team.
Exactly. So it's like it's getting a little rough over here. I might have to start turning some people, Ryan.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess Rollins and Mastiff could be a tag team.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. They could be. They could be the disciples still. Hmm.
Tough pick. Tough pick.
Yeah, very tough pick. Also, it's a tough pick because there's just not that many like big name faces anymore on this list.
Yeah.
Like what do we got here in terms of faces? Like we got like Jeff Hardy, we got maybe Elias, like kind of, like Dominic. Like all the faces are very low. Is the issue?
Yeah, we're now dealing with the mid to low card. Oh, you got R-Truth. Got R-Truth in there.
R-Truth right there. Yeah, right over. It's right at number 14. The detective.
Yeah, so it's not. I see what you're saying. There's not a lot of big name faces anymore. We're now dealing with mid to low card names. So that's when it gets tough because it's not. But it's now we have to think of like who is a good mid card, low card name that I could potentially move up or just hold the spots down. Because with any roster, I've realized over the time in Raw is that you still gotta have people who are on the bottom. You're
Mhm.
not gonna be able to use everybody. That's what happened to Carmella. I was not able to use Carmella, so that's why I was okay to lose her. Miz, same sort of thing. I was okay to lose because I just had nothing for them because I had ideas for other people. It's impossible to use everybody.
The thing is, too, I'm also like glancing over at the NXT lists over here.
This is also true. There,
Hmm.
you can get a big face name out of NXT,
Yeah.
and there are a
Mm.
couple. There are definitely a couple.
Oh yeah. All right. Huh. Who do I want to pick right now? I think I think I'm gonna let the wheel decide my fate next turn, and I'm gonna go Montez forward and pick up the Street Profits.
Okay, I think that's a solid move. You know, round out with the Street Profits. Um, I'll adjust some things here for you. Round out with the Street Profits. See who you are able to get. I think that's a solid move. Just let fate decide for you.
Hmm.
Okay, I believe if I remember correctly, I went deep with Candace, right? So I have to hit the wheel.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. The wheel's getting quite low here. 29 entries left on this board. Let's see who we got. Over to Raw. Hey, Dana Brooke.
Dana Brooke.
Dana
Not
Brooke,
bad.
solid low card female wrestler.
Indeed. Indeed.
Definitely hold her own there. If I get maybe Mandy Rose, maybe I do the Rose Brooke tag team. But then we also have Sonya there. Well, maybe the 7. Who knows? Mikey, same thing for you. You said that you were going to let the wheel decide your fate by picking up Montez Ford.
Indeed.
It is your turn to get the wheel spin on you. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's see who's coming to SmackDown.
Billy Kay. The Iconics are split up officially.
Iconics split officially here.
Big yikes.
How do you
All
feel
right.
about that, Mikey? How do you feel about that?
That's a bummer, honestly, because I love the Iconics, so that hurts.
Yeah. Yeah. But on the bright side, another heel.
Yes, that is true.
Another heel for the women's division there. My turn, top 4, Benjamin, Natalia, Bray Wyatt, MVP. Take an MVP. Easy pick for me.
All right.
Easy pick for me here. Mikey, your turn.
So now my pick.
Top 4, Benjamin, Natalia, Wyatt, and Morgan.
Liv Morgan floating around the top is interesting, Ryan.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Especially if
We
Ruby
have
Riott.
very yeah, Ruby Riott is injured, so that's very interesting. When does Ruby Riott come back? Let me look that up. I feel like it's sooner rather than later. She returns November 20th, right before Survivor Series.
Same day as Bobby Fish.
Yes. So right before Survivor Series, so before the next pay-per-view, Ruby Riott will be able to return.
All right, I'm gonna take another. I'm gonna go low on the list again here. I'm going down to the
Interesting.
down here. I'm gonna go with Jeff Hardy.
That makes sense for your predicament right now.
Mm-hmm.
You're if I were to presume, Mikey, you need faces, you need names. Jeff Hardy.
And Jeff Hardy could be a good mid carder against Sheamus for the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, I think that's a solid pick. Just like Liv Morgan is for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Liv Morgan, face or heel?
Keep the Morgan storyline going.
Liv Morgan, in your opinion, is Liv Morgan a face or a heel? I'm like, huh.
I don't know, man. Right now, I think it's face.
Okay, then I'll put
But
Fessy.
with the storyline that you had before this draft, it could very well turn on a dime.
Yeah, but Ripley
Either
or
Ripley or
Morgan.
Morgan could turn on a dime. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's very up in the air. But also, I was really okay with losing Liv Morgan. But as I'm doing the draft here, I like the idea of, because the storyline I built up was like they want to be separated, they want to be on different brands, and Rhea Ripley's just hoping and move on. The fact that Liv Morgan's staying, I think it's like, oh, that makes the story more interesting. So I
Mhm.
always go for the more interesting story here. So Liv Morgan was my pick. Top four, Mikey, for you are Benjamin, Natalia, Bray Wyatt, or Mickey James. But
I
you
need a
went
wheel
low,
bit
didn't you?
because I went Jeff Hardy, so I'm gonna need to hit that wheel, baby.
That is correct. Let's boot up the wheel. 24 picks. You can see lots of names. Remember when we were at 106? We're fifth left, basically.
The fact that you can see the names, like, it's like very
Hey, there we
like
go.
Dominic Mysterio getting the Mysterio, both Mysterios over on SmackDown again.
Makes sense. I mean, that's a tag team, even if you need it.
Yep. Just probably not, but we'll see. And it evens out the faces here
This
over
is
on
true.
SmackDown.
This is true.
I know everything is nice and even over on SmackDown for now.
Everything's nice and beautiful. Like, we have a lot of like good names here. Let's see. Who do I want to take? I'm gonna take Mickey James.
Fair enough.
Take off the top four list here. A face, move her over to Raw. I think she could work with a lot. I have a lot of younger talent, so she's also someone that has the name brand, like a kind of like the Jeff Hardy thing.
Mhm.
So I think she could help this division a little bit. Mikey, your turn. You went, or did you went? You went deep, didn't you? No, you got the wheel spin.
Oh,
So
it's wheel fun.
yeah, so your turn. Top four are Benjamin,
Now,
Natalia, Wyatt, and Ziggler.
here's my thought process.
Yes.
I really want Bianca Belair.
Okay.
However, she is one away from being in the top four.
Yes.
But I'm scared that you might take Bianca Belair
Fair.
because Bianca Belair is very good.
True.
And I do need more women.
Yeah.
Natalia might be an okay pick. And she's pretty safe. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go with Natalia. I'm gonna stick with the safe pick here and not try to hit the wheel this time.
Okay.
Just see what I can do. So I'm gonna take Natalia.
Okay. Top four is Benjamin, Wyatt, Ziggler, and Belair. I am going to take Benjamin.
All right.
I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
I really love Bianca Belair. However, I have a solid women's roster already, and I don't think adding Belair will help me right now.
Mhm. Well, if you're taking Benjamin, then I am going to take Belair for sure.
That's fair. And the same points you brought up with Benjamin earlier is that I think he could work One Nation, LLC. That's the interesting action. He works as a solid low mid Carter guy. Could be very interesting. Top four are Wyatt, Ziggler, Elias, and Corbin. But I am going to skip all of that and go straight to Ziggler and Rude
Very interesting.
as a tag team.
And a tag team action back over on Raw over here. Ziggs and Rude.
Yes, the reason I picked Ziggler and Rude is because I need another heel tag team, because I know for a fact that I still have Tucker on Raw. So I'm looking for Otis potentially, which would mean I would have 4 faces to 2 heels. So I was like, I need something here. So let's just get Ziggler and Rude in there.
Well. Look who made it into the top 4.
Yes. Top 4 is Bray Wyatt, Elias, King Corbin, and R-Truth. You took Bianca Belair, who's in the top 4. You can pick whoever. I am stuck with taking the wheel. So you have a chance to pick someone up and wait on R-Truth. But Detective Truth, the infamous Detective Truth, is here and available.
Hmm. Very interesting.
A person that you know can
We
bring
all know.
votes.
We all know. Our truth is is a ratings powerhouse.
Yes, he is a ratings powerhouse here on Hit the Books.
Our truth is a gigantic draw over here.
He can bring votes when needed.
Oh man, very interesting pick here. But I also really like King Corbin and Elias being in there because I like both of those guys as well.
That's awesome. Bray Wyatt, been in here a very, very long time. Neither of us want to do anything. I feel like that happened last season too, where neither of us
Because me and you are both very scared of booking the Fiend.
Yeah.
I think I came to the conclusion of that. Me and you are terrified of booking the Fiend.
I feel like I've done a good job with the Fiend, but my fear of booking the Fiend is having him win matches. Like I've only, if you've noticed, I've only booked the Fiend to lose. Rarely.
Ryan, I'm gonna take the King.
Oh,
King Corbin coming to SmackDown.
Take the risk and take.
I'm gonna take the King.
I think that's a solid move on your part. I think it's a very, very solid, good move on your part here, Mikey. Because I am forced to take the wheel. I could get R-Truth here, but I'm forced to take the wheel here.
Yes.
So you can easily get R-Truth, presuming he's free, next round. So I think that's a solid move to get someone you like and maybe also still get R-Truth. Let's find out. 15 entries. Let's spin the wheel. Who's coming to Monday Night Raw? Up.
Oh,
hey.
I wanted Drew Gulak.
Drewy Gooks.
I was waiting for Drewy Gooks to get a little higher on the list, but I really wanted Drewy Gooks.
The Gookmiser.
The Gookmiser. Drewy Gooks. Say
Drewy
away.
Gooks.
Go have some prosciutto, maybe some more to tell.
Oh my God. Mikey,
mozzarella.
Your turn. Wyatt, Elias, Truth, and Vega, who was, even though the same thing of Lana, even though they're managers for these tag teams and people, they are up for grabs. So you can keep them with their team. They've been split up and all this stuff. So like you can do whatever.
You know what I'm gonna do? Because I think I know who you're picking next, which makes my next pick. I think I know who you're picking next, which makes my next pick kind of safe.
Okay.
So I think I'm gonna pick Zelina Vega off the top. I need some more women's heels. I think I got Andrade and Morrison and Andrade over here.
All right, my
I
pick.
think Zelina Vega works over on SmackDown.
Okay, I don't know if you assumed correctly. My pick is Otis.
I was thinking R-Truth, but either way it works.
Yes, I'm picking Otis because round out the tag teams of Tucker and Otis. I'm not splitting up Heavy Machinery here. Get some more faces. No, go
either way it works because I wanted Elias.
Oh, still neither of us picking R-Truth.
Or Bray Wyatt.
Still no Bray Wyatt. And I like that because I want Mandy Rose.
Still no R-Truth.
No R-Truth. R-Truth, I do want R-Truth, but I've also really wanted these other people. So I'm okay with it. Your turn. Wyatt, Truth, Lana, Mojo Rawley. Top 4.
You know what?
Well, back and forth action here.
You know what?
What's up?
I'm going to do it.
Yeah, baby.
Bray Wyatt. Coming to SmackDown.
Coming to SmackDown. I think it's a good move. I think you could do some interesting stuff with Balor, Mysterio, even.
You know what? Over on he's going to be the Eater of Worlds again, baby.
A bold move. No
more Fiend. Fuck it. Eater of Worlds is back.
I'm taking R-Truth.
Yep.
I will be taking R-Truth off your hands.
Detective Truth back on Raw.
Detective Truth back on Raw. Staying on Raw.
Oh, right. Yeah, because you stole him. You stole him at Hell in a Cell.
Stolen for no reason. For no reason whatsoever. Taking R-Truth back.
R-Truth staying over on Raw. All right.
Top 4 here are Lana, Raleigh, Maverick, and Titus O'Neil. I love how the bottom 4 are just all members of Lucha House Party.
Huh. Okay. I think I know what I'm doing here.
Okay, what is that?
You know what? I'm taking Kalisto.
You son of a bitch. That was my move. That was going to be my move. was
I'm taking
Kalisto.
Kalisto. I'm doing it.
Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. Who, man, who do I pick up here?
Interesting that we have LLC, but Lana's still on the board.
Yeah, well, it's the
The
same thing
managers,
of
like you
more.
said, the respective managers are still on the board.
Yes, I decided to separate the two just to, you know, you could still take them obviously, but
I mean, yeah, of course. Oh, poor Titus O'Neil always on the bottom here.
man, this is rough for me.
We're getting down to it. We're getting down to it.
I have to pick. I can pick whoever, right? I don't have to do a wheel spin.
Yes,
If
you're
I'm
good.
if I'm not mistaken.
I believe you're good. I do have to do a wheel spin though on my next pick.
Hmm. I'm honest. I have ideas of potentially who to pick, but it's tough, you know. It's just real tough for me about who do I want to pick. Because I don't honestly know. I have an idea, but I'm looking up real quickly. I will admit, I am looking up real quickly to see what the idea, if the idea is worth it. Um, it's not necessarily the greatest idea. Do 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 do. It could be a good idea. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Lindsay Dorado.
Interesting.
Lindsay Dorado.
All right.
I'm going to pick.
Okay.
So this is about to be very interesting.
Yeah. All right. Well, I got a wheel spin then.
You and I both have two wheel spins back to back
Yeah.
here. Let's see who's going to SmackDown. This is honestly, I'm very nervous about this to see what happens. Oh, very obvious here.
Titus O'Neil over to SmackDown.
Titus O'Neil.
Not the best pick, but it's fine.
No.
It's like, just what do you do with that man, huh?
Yeah, I guess it's fair. My turn for the wheel spin.
Yes.
Let's see who's wrong. I'm really hoping for one specific person. Okay, honestly, out of all the four options, this is the person I least wanted.
I had a feeling.
Mojo Raleigh, I don't want at all.
Well, now we have no more not top four picks. So.
Yes, the wheel is gone. Rest of the picks. Mikey, who you getting?
I'm taking Grand Metal League.
God dang it!
Yep. Yep. Gotta do it.
Oh man, I'm Grand Metal League. God dang it! I really wanted Grand Metal League just now because I came up with a story that I really enjoyed.
We got Rey Mysterio. We got Grand Metal League. We got Kalisto.
Yeah, the Lucha division over here.
Lucha Party over here, baby.
Yeah, you still have Lucha Party, so you can put Kalisto and Grand Metal League as a tag team.
Lucha Party. House is gone.
Yes, the house is gone. The house has been over the Raw.
Who was Lucha? Who was House? And who was Party?
Well, obviously Kalisto's Lucha because Lucha things.
Agreed.
Party feels like Lindsay Dorado, honestly. So maybe.
So I have Lucha House.
Yeah, I think you have Lucha House. So down to me, my pick: Lana or Drake Maverick. Mikey, a bold move. Honestly, both are solid picks for me, but in a surprising finish, Drake Maverick over to Raw.
That's great because I was gonna pick Lana.
Dang.
To round out my women's faces and heels.
Nice. A perfectly divided Thanos over here.
Yes.
You just gotta turn some people heels. Turn some people heels. Okay, so as we have our entire rosters here, Mikey, all separated out for us. Solid moves here, but we're not done yet. We've gone through the entire available roster list. Now it is time for the NXT call-ups. We're going to go back and forth, starting with, I think, if it's fair, starting with...
Did have the next pick, so...
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I had the next pick, so maybe I think starting with me. You don't have to pick a male, a female, or a tag team or whatever. We're just going to go pick whoever. You have to pick at least one male, one female, one tag team. Does this make sense? So I can pick a female right now, or I can pick a tag team right now. But at the end of the day, I just need to pick one of each category, I guess.
Okay.
So my pick, I'll read it off for you folks, but the NXT call-up list is for the men's division: Riddick Moss, Isaiah Swerve Scott, Karrion Kross with Scarlett, Dominic Dijakovic, Kushida, who is the champion, but he will be forced to lose his title then, Angel Garza.
North American champion, correct?
Correct, he is. Angel Garza, Arturo Ruas, Dexter Lumis, Bronson Reed, Cameron Grimes, Johnny Gargano, and Damian Priest, who is also champion, will be forced to lose his title. For the women's division, we have Mia Yim, Lacey Evans, still on NXT, Mercedes Martinez, Io Shirai, who is the champion, Toni Storm, Dakota Kai, Shotzi Blackheart, Chelsea Green, and Kaylee Ray, who was also champion, will lose her title if need be. For tag teams, we have Fandango, who was also champions, will lose titles. We have some female tag teams.
Just Fandango.
Yes.
Just Fandango by himself.
Yep. Is it Fandango? What is it? Breezango. That's what it is, isn't it?
It's just Fandango. He himself is the tag team champions.
Whoopsie doodles. We also have female tag teams in here. So we have Born and Aaliyah, Duke and Shafir, Shane Thorne and Brandon Vink, which I believe his name has actually got changed recently, so no longer Brandon Vink. The Grizzled Young Veterans, Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez, Imperium, which is a wild faction to the 5-man faction to take. El Legado del Fantasma, which is a 3-man faction, or of course go ahead.
Sorry, go.
You can make up your own team by combining 2 of the women, 2 of the men, and making up your own team.
So you could make up your own team. Can you pick and choose from, like, if I wanted, let's just say hypothetically, I wanted just Timothy Thatcher or something.
Okay.
Can I just be like, can I just like take him off of Imperium, or would I have to take all of Imperium?
No, I think that's okay.
Okay, I'm not that's not my pick. I was just like trying to establish the rules.
Yes, I feel like I feel like it's a little bit of we're all playing Calvin ball here. But if you took like Thatcher, I feel like that's okay. If you took like Wolf off of Imperium, I think that'd be like if you took Walter out of Imperium, I feel like that would be weird.
Yeah, I mean he's kind of the one who's at the head of it. So
yeah, so I feel like it's like that would be weird.
It's like if you want to take someone off of Imperium, it has to be one of the side characters.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see here. Who would I like to pick in either one of these areas? I had ideas going into here. I did not write them down. I feel like I should have. But I am going to go right ahead and pick up maybe controversial. I don't know.
Controversial?
Yes, potentially controversial, maybe. But I'm going to pick up Chelsea Green.
Very interesting.
Yes, Chelsea Green from NXT, moving on up to the main roster.
I wouldn't say controversial. I would just more say interesting pick. Let's talk about that real quick.
Sure. What do you want to know?
You're the one who made the pick, Ryan. I don't know why you're waiting for me.
I was just what do you want to know? I picked Chelsea Green.
What led you to take Chelsea Green? Like, what's like the mindset behind that?
I don't want to call up someone that could be immediately in the title picture, because I think I have a decent amount of people that could be in the title picture right off the bat. I think Chelsea Green could fit that. I don't I really love Io Shirai. I really love Toni Storm. I love Mia Yim and all these other people, but I wanted someone that's like kind of lower on the totem pole to sort of fill out the division a little bit, but also in the same way fill out the division. I think Chelsea Green's character is vastly different enough from everybody else that I think adds a new layer to this division. The division I have right now is very like bruiser heavy, I feel. So I think
Mm.
adding Chelsea Green, who is this sort of like you know, I want to say like someone, this the beautiful woman who is also a great striker sort of thing. Kind of like the Manny Rose type, but Chelsea Green leans more into like the makeup fashion sort of thing, I would say. Um, I think she adds a good dynamic into the my division.
All right, cool. Now it's my turn now to pick. Let's
Yes.
see what we got here. I not unlike you, I'm okay with having like kind of a huge name come in for Raw and Smackdown. I
Oh,
do
you've
not mind.
highlighted someone here.
I do not mind. I am between two certain people here. I am between the captain of Team Kick,
Hmm.
Captain Coda over here, and Tony Storm. Two competitors I like a lot.
Now, Mikey, if you're smart, you can also pick up Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez with your tag team pick,
This is true.
and you could be able to take all three of them, assuming I don't take any of these people.
This is true. I could. Hmm. The
I
thing
was
is,
putting
I
that
wouldn't
wrinkle in,
know.
putting that wrinkle in there.
The thing is, Gonzalez would probably play more of a managerial role to Kai because I don't really know how to.
You
Hmm.
you haven't been watching NXT recently, so you don't know
I
how Raquel
know.
Gonzalez works.
Yeah, I don't.
Fair.
But I've seen Storm and Kai enough to know. You know.
Yes. I could say that Raquel Gonzalez in NXT is sort of like the Diesel to Dakota Kai's Shawn Michaels.
Got it. Okay.
I mean, you can also save Tony Storm because you don't have to pick Tony Storm now or Dakota Kai now, I guess. But Dakota Kai could lose if I pick Kai and Gonzalez. But I already picked my female wrestler, so you could just wait and pick someone else and come back around, you know?
This is true.
Like Tony Storm is now officially safe for to be taken. Now you can go up to the men's division or a tag team division and get someone who I could potentially take that you wanted. I'm just thinking of the gaming meta of the whole thing about like, oh, what are your options here?
Then there's one. There is another big name that's kind of sticking out on this list, wouldn't you say?
Who?
Mr. Johnny Gargano,
You're
Mr.
right. You're
NXT.
right. Kona Reeves isn't on this list. You're right. Now that you say it, Kona Reeves isn't here. So I'll allow it, Mikey. If you want Kona Reeves, you can go take him.
Oh boy. Oh God, that would be full circle, wouldn't it?
No, it'd be full
Um,
gear coming this November.
Big names on the men's list as well. We got Dominic Dijakovic, we got Karrion Cross, Johnny Gargano, Grimes, Priest. I can keep going. Lucha here.
Mm-hmm. Get Angel Garza. Oh, Angel Garza, Morrison Andrade. That's the faction.
Hmm.
Not giving away whether or not that was my plan. I'm just saying
Man,
that
I
that
don't
would be a
know.
I'm not
This is
saying
hard.
I'm not saying Garza Morrison Andrade was my plan for a faction. I'm just saying that would be a great faction.
My first NXT pick. You know what? I'm just gonna go for it. It's gonna be Brizongo.
Oh, interesting. Back onto the main roster.
Yes,
Tyler
back on
Breeze
the
and
main roster.
Fandango. Why are you picking them?
I like Brizongo. I like their whole thing. I think I'm good on single stars right now, as you can see, and I wanted a little bit more depth in the tag team division, and I think this will bring it.
That's fair. That is fair. Is my turn to pick here? I can pick either a tag team, looking at you, Dakota Kai Gonzalez, maybe looking at another tag team potentially. There's also the men's division I have to choose from. Gargano is interesting because
Which also I did pick a tag team, which takes Kai and Gonzalez off the table for me.
this is true. Um, Gargano is interesting because I have Candice LeRae and Ciampa on my division. So that is a
That would
huge.
be that would be
That would
wild.
be wild. I could take
Oh boy.
Kushida. I think is someone I've always been a fan of. Dominic Dijakovic is
But
also be interesting.
do you want to strip Kushida of the title?
No, I mean that's the question.
Very interesting.
A lot of solid picks here, but I think I'm going to. Hmm. Who do I pick here? Who do I pick here? I think there's a lot of great picks, but ultimately, who do I pick? Hmm. Oh man, it just got real tough because I'm coming up with ideas. I'm looking at names and trying to think of what's the best idea I can do with them right now. You know?
Mhm.
And just sort of scanning what is the best sort of like what am I doing with them? Where are they sort of placing right now? What's the
I
best
feel like
move?
Kushida could be interesting because I feel like you can have a lot of storylines with Kushida in terms of maybe One Nation, maybe of him, Mustafa Ali, and Cedric Alexander could be a faction to take on a One Nation faction if they had a third.
Kushida
I think those
Gulak.
could be cool. Kushida Gulak could be very neat.
Um, but I think I've decided. Maybe is it? I don't know if it's a great idea, but I'm going for it. My men's NXT pick is Dominic Dijakovic.
Ooh, big boy. Not going for the Tommaso Ciampa Johnny Gargano feud, huh?
No, not going for
Not
that
going for the old
feud,
school.
but I think Dominic Dijakovic makes sense as a roster member. Because here's looking at you, Keith Lee. Um, you got some names in there.
Nice. Nice. Hmm.
So I think that's a solid pick on my part. Gargano is obviously a tease, and there's a lot of other people I greatly enjoy, but I think Dijakovic could be a great part in this division.
You know what, Ryan?
What's up?
I think I have my next pick then.
Who is that?
My next pick off of the men's division
Ooh,
gonna be Karrion Kross.
wow. Wow. I honestly did not expect that coming.
Just a huge monster heel to jump into SmackDown.
With The Fiend, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
The
Some very interesting things could be happening here.
with The Fiend.
I'm
Holy
gonna go
crap.
Karrion Kross.
Okay, that's a very interesting move. I'll put Aleister Black over on SmackDown. You got quite the faction over there.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's my turn. My last pick is a tag team. Who would I like to pick up as a tag team? Or I can make my own team. Um,
Tony Storm and Dakota Kai.
Tony.
Just to rub it in my face.
I guess I technically I could. I am. I'll be honest though. I am thinking about another male tag team. I think I have enough men's singles. I think I have a lot of women's teams. So I don't necessarily want another team. Two more females on my roster. Same thing of two more singles potentially guys. But making up my own team is interesting. But who that be is the tough part for me. Or do I just pick a tag team that's here? Because there's some very interesting tag teams here, but nothing that really, really spices spices out.
Spicy.
That really pops out. There's no tag team honestly here that really pops out to me. There's a lot of
a tag
heels.
team that pops out.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of making a tag team that pops out because I feel like I want a face tag team, which is interesting because I have more faces currently than heels, but I'm thinking about making a face tag team. But who could that be is the question. ultimately. Hmm. 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 God. There's no one that's great. There's no option here that is a great pick for me. Mikey, I'm still thinking, but I'll just allow you. Would you like to pick up your women's just to keep the podcast moving? Would you like to pick up your women's pick since we're not going to steal each other at this point?
Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. Tony Storm over to SmackDown. Hit it.
Interesting. Why is there a reason why you picked? I know you both love Storm and Dakota Kai, but is there a reason why you picked Storm over Dakota Kai?
It was really it was hard for me because I like them both a lot. I just think Tony Storm's style melds better with what's going on over on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. That makes sense. Um, I don't love it. I don't love it, honestly. God, I don't. There's nothing that really sticks out to me as a great pick for a tag team. Like, legitimately, I'm looking at this entire list and nothing, not a single thing, is a great idea. I could just, you know what, say screw it and pick up Imperium and get that all faction, get Thatcher, get Wolf, get Walter, get Bartel,
This is
get
true.
get Eichner, get all five in the right off the bat. You got Ira. I can pick up all five of them. Get some cool tag teams in there. Get some 3 new singles guys, and just rip through real quickly. And really bulk up my division.
Big choice here.
God dang, what do I do? Okay, I think I made a decision.
Okay, what do we got?
I'm making up a team.
Okay.
I'm making up a team. I'm making up the team of Reed
Ooh,
and Ruas.
very interesting.
Reed and Ruas, the tag team from NXT, who've been teaming for
Wow.
several months now. I don't know why you're talking about. Are moving up to Raw. Reed and Ruas.
Okay.
What does Bronson Reed call himself? The thick boy and the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu man, Ruas.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu man sounds like a bad superhero.
He's a bad superhero.
Like, what's your superpower? Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Most people can just learn that. I know.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
But I'm really good at it.
Well, there we go, folks. After much deliberation, we have settled on our rosters. Mikey. I almost broke my microphone. Mikey, I'm going to fix my microphone. Talk to us. Tell us about your men's roster. We'll go by division.
All right. Well, this new SmackDown men's roster is Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, Rey Mysterio, Braun Strowman, Jeff Hardy, Dominic Mysterio, Elias, Kalisto, Titus O'Neil, Grand Metalik, AJ Styles, Sami Zayn, the Universal Champion, Sheamus, the Intercontinental Champion, The Miz, Samoa Joe, Bo Dallas, King Corbin, Bray Wyatt, and the new NXT edition, Karrion Kross.
Tallying it up here for you, Mikey, you have 19 men's roster members that are currently in this list. Obviously, you can make a team out of Kalisto, Grand Metalik, or do something with somebody else, or whatever you want to do. But currently, you have 19 guys in here. 8 of them are have stayed on SmackDown. Surprisingly, 10 are from Raw. You took more people from Raw than kept from SmackDown.
Interesting.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
A big shakeup over on SmackDown. Listen, it was time for a new era of SmackDown. I think this is it. You know, the old roster I think was getting a little stale to everybody. I think both of our rosters might have been a little bit. I think we were starting to get starting to lose stuff for people. You know, so I think this is going to be a big help for both of our rosters.
That's fair. That's fair. Over on Raw, we have in the men's division Drew McIntyre, Keith Lee, Oni Lorcan, Aleister Black, Ricochet, Drew Gulak, R-Truth, Lindsay Dorado, Dominic Dijakovic, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, Tommaso Ciampa, Murphy, MVP, Shelton Benjamin, Mojo Rawley, and Drake Maverick. I have 17 people in my men's division, a smaller men's division than yours over on SmackDown. However, knocking off Dominic Dijakovic from NXT, I have an even number of Raw and SmackDown, 8 Raw, 8 SmackDown.
Nice.
So I get that. I feel good. I feel like I have a good, solid men's division. I think I have some good ideas. I can already say that some people probably won't be staying as a singles wrestler in this division. So my men's division might get smaller, but there we go.
I just want to ask, how do you feel about having a face Drew McIntyre and a heel Roman Reigns over on Raw?
I think it's great. The top 4 here. Look at this top 4: McIntyre, Lee, Roman, Orton.
Yeah.
And then that could be my top 4, and then I could bolster them up with Black, bolster them up with obviously Edge and Daniel Bryan. I can split them up and make them singles guys.
And I weirdly have a face Kevin Owens and a heel Sami Zayn.
This is true. Very interesting. What's happening with your SmackDown women's division?
SmackDown Women's Division, we got Asuka, Piper Niven, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, Natalya, Bianca Belair, NXT Edition Toni Storm, Sasha Banks, our SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair, Carmella, Billie Kay, Zelina Vega, and Lana.
Yes, you have set 13 women on your division here. 5 of them from SmackDown, 7 of them are from Raw. Honestly, Mikey, there's the trend here already growing that you took more people from Raw than kept from SmackDown.
Yeah, in the beginning, it started off as me just like keeping my SmackDown people, and then I started going a little wild.
Yeah. I'm honestly surprised that's what it's shaken out to be. Honestly,
I kept like a lot of the big. I feel like I kept like a lot of the big names here on SmackDown. Like I kept Charlotte Flair, I kept Sasha, I kept Asuka, I kept Owens, Balor, Zayn.
Mhm.
And then I kept Era. Like I kept like the big names, and then I just went wild.
Yeah, that's fair. Moving over to the Raw Women's Division, we have Rhea Ripley, Bayley, Candice LeRae, Dana Brooke, Liv Morgan, Mickie James, Mandy Rose, Shayna Baszler, Peyton Royce, Sonya Deville, Nia Jax, Tamina, and Chelsea Green. That is a 13 women's division. 6 of them from Raw, 6 of them from SmackDown. Even again, Ryan. Good job. Pat on the back.
Keep it nice and even down the middle.
Nicely even so far. Very interesting. I cannot believe I've done that. Mikey, let's talk about those tag teams.
All right, over on SmackDown, the new tag team division is the Usos, the New Day, the Street Profits, Breezango from over on NXT, Undisputed Era, Morrison and Andrade, and the Disciples, Rollins and Mastiff.
Yes, you have a 17/faction tag team division here. 2 of them from SmackDown, Era and Street Profits. 4 of them for Raw. Mikey, again, more from Raw. Honestly, I'm surprised. I'm really surprised that you took more, because both of us were very scared about losing a lot of our people. I'm very surprised that in every division you have more Raw superstars.
Yes, I was ready for it. Listen, I was ready for a shakeup, and I gave myself a shakeup.
That's fair. That's fair, honestly. Over on Raw, we have Edge and Daniel Bryan, Mustafa Ali and Cedric Alexander, the Viking Raiders, Heavy Machinery, One Nation, LLC, Ziggler and Rude, and Reed and Ruas. That is a 8 team faction division. 3 of them are from Raw. 4 of them are from SmackDown.
Ryan, you broke your streak.
I only broke my streak because I have Reed and Rua. Like if I didn't pick up one extra tag team, if I didn't pick up Ziggler and Rude or something, then I would have had my streak would have been maintained. But alas, it did not maintain here.
Well, no, even if you didn't pick up Reed and Ruas, you still would have had some more 4 SmackDown 3 Raw.
No, I'm saying if I didn't pick up Ziggler and Rude.
Oh yeah.
Which hindsight, I'm now thinking of like, man, if I didn't pick up Ziggler and Rude, I probably would have taken grizzled young veterans. And so maybe that was a bad call on my part. Maybe I should have been thinking ahead for them. But Ziggler and Rude are still solid. I still enjoy their work. Well, there we go. That is our full roster, folks. That is the draft. That is the start of season 4. Hope you enjoyed this draft for Hit the Books. Obviously, we have the draft already done, so you can join us next week for our episode, a regular scheduled episode of Hit the Books, where Mikey will be using this roster to draft his own version of SmackDown. I will be using my roster to draft my own version of Raw. Obviously, we're not starting from scratch here. We're building upon what we left. So obviously, we have some built-in storylines already there. You can listen to the whole backlog on wherever podcast app you listen to. But of course, you can subscribe to season 4 to right now. You can subscribe to the new Count Out feed, or you can subscribe to the new separate. If you just want to get that Hit the Books content, you can subscribe to the own separate Hit the Books RSS feed. It's all its own thing. You can look up Hit the Books on Apple Podcasts, on Stitcher, Spotify, what have you. And there'll also be a separate Hit the Books feed you can follow along with. But Mikey, anything to plug before we go?
We got Independent Waters every week. Go check that show out, where me and Zach Batista take our trip through the independent wrestling scene and pull out some gems for you to enjoy.
Yes, definitely go check out Independent Waters. Also, go check out that other show that I've started officially, which actually the first time I can really talk about it here, G1 and Only. I believe it's I think I talked about it in Hell in a Cell, but the first episode's officially been out. I talk about the G1 climax performance of Big Van Vader. So go check that out as well. And also, Mike,
to it.
What's that, Mikey?
I said it's very good. Go listen to it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Also, we gotta say, it's official. We have our new network name. We've foregoed the HTB network or whatever we were before, but now we've officially named ourselves.
This show is still Hit the Books. Don't worry.
Yes, this show is still Hit the Books, but we felt with the announcement of new shows and all this stuff, we sort of felt like for a long time that maybe we should change up that branding a little bit. So we are officially the Count Out Network. Nice, big, lovely logo. Count Out. If you can't, what is it? What did we say last time? I feel like last Hell in a Cell thing. If you can't count in, you got to count out or something. I don't remember.
Don't. Oh man, hold on. Let me look at the Twitter.
If you don't count us out, don't count us in. Either way, you can go check out Count Out. Obviously, you can go to that feed itself.
You can always count on, count out.
Yes, you can only count on, count out. So yes, Count Out Network. If you have a new podcast idea, we're always accepting and looking for more ideas. But also you can go to the revamped website as well, countoutpod.com. That's countoutpod.com. If you're listening to the YouTube version, you can see it right now. Big and beautiful. Get some nice updated version right there. Look at that big, beautiful logo. Beautiful.
That big, beautiful, pretty logo.
Yes, there you can find the entire Hit the Books archive of our entire 3 seasons of shows. Every single show we've done written is up there. You can also see G1 and Only. Look at the other podcasts that we have. Let some bios about us, the hosts, or just contact us if need be. So yes, that is it for this week's episode of Hit the Books. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We'll be back next week for the beginning officially of booking our own version for season 4 as we prep for Survivor Series. Mikey, Survivor Series around the corner. We got to get ready.
Oh yeah, we got some. Oh man, we got some big matchups going in the Survivor Series.
Big matchups, big teams coming out of this gate, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see you all then. See you there. Until next time, folks, we've got 2 words for you.
Book it.